Welcome to my channel. Today, we're diving into the world of DC Comics with a countdown of the top 10 DC Comics movies that have captured our imagination and dominated the big screen. From the gritty streets of Gotham to the mythological realms of Themyscira, we've got the best of the best right here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Shazam. This film brings a fresh and light-hearted approach to the DC universe, directed by David F. Sandberg. The story centers around Billy Batson, a troubled 14-year-old foster kid who, after a chance encounter with an ancient wizard, gains the power to transform into the superhero Shazam, portrayed by Zachary Levi. With each transformation, Billy retains his teenage mind while gaining the powers of Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury, hence the name Shazam. The film masterfully blends coming-of-age themes with superhero elements as Billy navigates his newfound powers alongside his foster brother Freddy. Together, they test Shazam's abilities in humorous and heartfelt ways, but things take a darker turn when Dr. Thaddeus Savannah, played by Mark Strong, emerges as a formidable villain seeking to harness similar powers for himself. The film's true strength lies in its exploration of family. Billy's journey to finding his place among his foster family is just as significant as the high-flying superhero antics. With plenty of laughs, action, and a touching story, Shazam is a standout in the DCEU. At number 9, we have Aquaman. Directed by horror maestro James Wan, this visually stunning adventure follows Arthur Curry, played by Jason Momoa, who is the half-human, half-Atlantean heir to the underwater kingdom of Atlantis. Arthur's journey begins when he is thrust into a conflict with his half-brother Orm, the Ocean Master, who seeks to unite the underwater kingdoms to wage war against the surface world. Alongside Mera, played by Amber Heard, Arthur must embark on a globe-trotting quest to find the legendary Trident of Atlan, a symbol of the true king of Atlantis. Through breathtaking underwater visuals and thrilling action scenes, the film explores Arthur's struggle with his identity, torn between the world he was born into and the world he now must protect. The climactic battle between Arthur and Orm is one of the most visually dynamic sequences in any superhero movie, with armies of sea creatures, giant crabs, and a stunning display of Aquaman's control over the seas. Aquaman isn't just a visual feast. It's a story about embracing one's heritage and rising to meet one's destiny. Coming in at number 8 is Wonder Woman 1984. Set against the vibrant backdrop of the 1980s, this sequel sees Gal Gadot return as Diana Prince, now living in Washington, D.C., decades after the events of World War I. Despite her timeless beauty, Diana is struggling with loneliness and the loss of her first love, Steve Trevor, who is mysteriously resurrected due to the power of a mystical artifact known as the Dreamstone. The Dreamstone, capable of granting anyone's deepest desire, sets off a chain reaction of events when it's acquired by Maxwell Lord, a charismatic businessman portrayed by Pedro Pascal. Lord's ambitions for power threaten to destabilize the world, leading to global chaos. Meanwhile, Barbara Minerva, played by Kristen Wiig, uses the stone to become stronger, faster, and ultimately, the animalistic cheetah. The film dives into themes of desire, truth, and sacrifice. Diana must confront her own wish, having Steve back, and ultimately learn that sometimes the hardest truths are the ones we must accept. The climax sees Wonder Woman renouncing her wish to regain her powers fully and stopping Lord's plans through the power of persuasion rather than brute force. Despite mixed reactions, Wonder Woman 1984 offers a heartfelt story that emphasizes hope and heroism. Number 7 on our list is The Suicide Squad, a chaotic, vibrant, and irreverent film directed by James Gunn. This spiritual reboot takes the concept of Task Force X, villains sent on dangerous missions, and cranks up the insanity. We follow characters like Bloodsport, portrayed by Idris Elba, a deadly marksman haunted by his relationship with his daughter, who is reluctantly put in charge of the team. Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn is back in her element, bringing her unique brand of mayhem, while the gentle giant King Shark, voiced by Sylvester Stallone, provides unexpected heart and humor. Other notable members include Ratcatcher 2, whose control over rats gives the story surprising emotional depth, and Peacemaker, a ruthless soldier who will do anything for peace, even if it means killing for it. Their mission takes them to the island nation of Corto Maltese to destroy a secretive project involving the alien creature Starro the Conqueror. Along the way, characters meet brutal ends, and alliances shift unpredictably. The film's dark humor, graphic violence, and unexpected heart make it a refreshing and bold take on the anti-hero genre, setting a new standard for DC's more adult-oriented content. At number 6, it's Batman Begins. Directed by Christopher Nolan, this film marked a turning point for the Batman character and the superhero genre as a whole. Christian Bale stars as Bruce Wayne, a billionaire haunted by the trauma of witnessing his parents' murder as a child. Seeking purpose, Bruce travels the world and trains with the League of Shadows under Ra's al Ghul, played by Liam Neeson, learning to harness his fear. Returning to Gotham, Bruce decides to fight crime in his city by adopting the symbol of the Bat, a creature that once terrified him, to strike fear into the hearts of criminals. He builds an alliance with Jim Gordon and Assistant District Attorney Rachel Dawes. The film also introduces Dr. Jonathan Crane, a corrupt psychiatrist who doubles as the Scarecrow, using fear toxins to terrorize Gotham. The movie's strength lies in its focus on Bruce's psychological journey, his evolution from a broken man into a symbol of hope and fear. The final act, featuring Batman's confrontation with Ra's al Ghul and his plan to destroy Gotham, set the stage for a darker, more grounded take on superhero cinema that would define the trilogy to come. Number 5 is Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, the film that reimagined Superman for a new era. Henry Cavill stars as Clark Kent, a young man who has always struggled with his identity. As he grows up, Clark is forced to hide his extraordinary powers, but he is also inspired by his Earth parents, Jonathan and Martha Kent, to use his abilities for good. The story begins on the dying planet of Krypton, where Jor-El, played by Russell Crowe, sends his infant son to Earth. When Clark eventually learns of his true origins, he finds himself caught between his Kryptonian heritage and his adopted home on Earth. The arrival of General Zod, portrayed by Michael Shannon, presents Clark with an impossible choice: join Zod in reshaping Earth into a new Krypton, or defend humanity against his own kind. The intense battle between Superman and Zod in the heart of Metropolis showcases the destructive potential of two gods clashing, raising questions about power, responsibility, and the cost of heroism. With a darker, more introspective take on the character, Man of Steel explores what it means to be an alien in a world that fears what it doesn't understand, and ultimately, what it means to be a symbol of hope. Coming in at number 4, Wonder Woman redefined the superhero genre in 2017. Directed by Patty Jenkins, this origin story stars Gal Gadot as Diana, an Amazonian princess raised on the hidden island of Themyscira. Her life changes when Steve Trevor, an American spy played by Chris Pine, crash lands near the island and tells her about the horrors of World War I raging outside. Believing that the war is the work of Ares, the god of war, Diana decides to leave her home and use her powers to bring peace. The film follows her journey into a world she's never known, where she must reconcile her idealism with the harsh realities of human conflict. Alongside Steve and a ragtag group of soldiers, Diana faces the brutal war front, and in a now iconic scene, she crosses no man's land, revealing herself as Wonder Woman in full combat mode for the first time. In the climactic battle, Diana faces Ares himself, challenging her understanding of good and evil and realizing that humanity is complex, with both darkness and light. The film's themes of compassion, strength, and sacrifice make Wonder Woman an emotional and action-packed experience that left a lasting impact on audiences. At number 3, we have Zack Snyder's Justice League, the long-awaited director's cut that gave fans the full vision of the DC team-up movie. Clocking in at 4 hours, this version offers a richer narrative and deeper character development, especially for characters like Cyborg, played by Ray Fisher, and Ezra Miller's Flash. The story follows Batman, still reeling from Superman's death, as he assembles a team of heroes to face the alien threat of Steppenwolf, who seeks to unite the Mother Boxes to conquer Earth for his master, Darkseid. This version expands on Cyborg's backstory, exploring his relationship with his father and his struggle with his new cybernetic identity, adding layers of emotional depth that were missing from the theatrical release. We also see the Flash use his speed to manipulate time, a pivotal moment in the final battle that showcases his true potential. The film's darker tone and intricate storytelling build up to an epic showdown where the Justice League faces Steppenwolf in a brutal, high-stakes battle. Zack Snyder's vision delivers a grand, mythological tale that elevates the story and sets up the DC universe in a way fans had always hoped for. At number 2, it's The Dark Knight Rises, the epic conclusion to Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy. Set 8 years after the events of The Dark Knight, Bruce Wayne, played by Christian Bale, has become a recluse, haunted by the death of Rachel Dawes and the legacy of Harvey Dent. But when Bane, a mysterious mercenary played by Tom Hardy, arrives in Gotham, Bruce is forced to don the cape and cowl once more. Bane's ruthless tactics and physical strength push Batman to his limits, breaking him both physically and mentally. With Gotham under Bane's control and Bruce imprisoned in a remote pit, the film delves into themes of redemption and the will to rise above despair. Bruce's journey back to Gotham mirrors his rise from the darkness of the pit, a powerful metaphor for overcoming personal and physical adversity. The climactic showdown between Batman, Catwoman, and Bane leads to a final confrontation that will determine Gotham's fate. The reveal of Talia al Ghul's true intentions and Bruce's decision to sacrifice himself to save the city culminate in a thrilling and emotional finale. With a perfect blend of action, drama, and closure, The Dark Knight Rises serves as a fitting end to the story of Bruce Wayne. And finally, at number 1, we have The Dark Knight, widely considered one of the greatest superhero films of all time. Directed by Christopher Nolan, this 2008 masterpiece redefined the genre with its complex characters, moral dilemmas, and stunning set pieces. Christian Bale returns as Batman, facing his greatest challenge yet, the chaotic and unpredictable Joker, played by Heath Ledger in an Oscar-winning performance. The film centers around the struggle for Gotham's soul. While Batman and Commissioner Gordon work with District Attorney Harvey Dent to dismantle the mob, the Joker arrives to sow chaos, pushing Gotham to the brink of anarchy. The Joker's philosophy of chaos versus Batman's rigid moral code creates a tense and philosophical battle. Heath Ledger's Joker is a master manipulator, using fear and unpredictability to bring down Gotham's heroes and challenge the very concept of order. Harvey Dent's transformation into Two-Face after the Joker's schemes leave him scarred becomes the film's tragic heart, as Batman must decide how far he's willing to go to save the city. The film's climax, featuring Batman's decision to take the blame for Harvey's crimes to preserve hope in Gotham, is a powerful statement on sacrifice and the burden of heroism. With unforgettable performances, a thought-provoking story, and a chilling score by Hans Zimmer, The Dark Knight stands not just as a great superhero film, but as a cinematic landmark that transcends the genre. It's a movie that will be remembered for decades to come. And there you have it, our top 10 DC Comics movies of all time. Did your favorite make the list? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of superheroes and cinema. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.